What's up, tribe? What's up? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? We'll talk about some stuff today. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Dommy, David. How you guys doing? Whew. Y'all, like literally, I walked in the door and I said, I'm going to do a couple of things before I sit down because I know once I sit down, I'm going to be here for about an hour. Ooh, I'm hot. How y'all doing? Hey, Ebony. I forgot to text you, boo. I'm sorry. January Clark. Hey, I ain't seen you in a while, January Clark. How you doing? JJ from BK. Well, I'm glad I made your Labor Day. You just lighting the grill. What you making me? Shoot, let me come get a plate, honey. Let me come get a plate. All of the cookouts I knew about were like Saturday and Sunday. James was talking about that on his review last night for Real Housewives of Potomac. He was talking about how, you know, people are more and more people are doing reviews, doing their cookouts on Sunday. Woo, Lordy. Y'all, I got my computer back. You can see a difference don't y'all see a difference in the picture? It's my computer. It still ain't perfect, but it's better than that other computer I was using, baby. Woo-wee. How y'all doing? A meet and greet in New York. I can't say I won't. Hey, Shay Johns. Welcome. Hey, Monk Chip. How you doing, boo? You got the notification? Okay, Ebony. I'm glad. Oh, you in Pittsburgh, Nicole? You know what? I started to drive to Pittsburgh this weekend to see James because I ain't had nothing to do this weekend. See y'all, I'm drinking my water. Not soda. It's water today. Remember I told you guys I was going to come up off that soda starting in September. Right, for people who want to talk about my walls, it's clear, isn't it? And you can see the color a little bit better. Yeah, this is my laptop. Thank God that I got my laptop back because now I can do some stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff I was hampered from doing because I wasn't using my laptop. Oh, let me turn my TV off. I was using my mom's laptop, and I appreciate that my mama let me use her laptop because if that wasn't the case, then I'd have been in a whole lot of heap of trouble. But it's just a better camera quality on this one, to be honest with you. And I could tell the difference as soon as I loaded up my mama computer. I said, oh, this is gonna be ugly. But we do what we gotta do to get what we need to get, babe. I wasn't ready to buy a whole new computer. So a friend of mine who is my computer doctor, he's been my computer doctor for years. It's about the third computer I've had that he's done work for me. And he hooked it up. Hey, Cookie. Last live of the summer. I guess so, because Labor Day is the technical end of the summer, huh? Summer season. I guess this is. Woo. No, this is it's water, but it has a flavor packet in it. I can't, it's hard for me to drink straight water. I can, but I prefer to have some sort of flavor. So I do the Crystal Light packets, and this is actually one of my favorite. It's raspberry ice. It's actually one of my favorites. James' cousin, Jim. You know what? That's so black. Jim. And our friends from high school, I always knew him as Shaft. That's what everybody calls him, Shaft. And it's funny because when I went to Pittsburgh, not the first time I went to Pittsburgh, but the second time when I went to go see Milan was performing, and I went to Milan and I was hanging out with his family afterwards, like his god sisters and like his best friend and his brother. I met all them everybody called him Shaft. And it's funny, by the end of the weekend, I was calling him Shaft because nobody calls him James. Nobody calls him Spill It Boy. Everybody calls him Shaft. And even when he comes to DC, he's with his brother, Chet. Chet calls him Shaft. So it's funny. I feel weird not calling him Shaft when I'm with them, but then I sort of feel weird because I'm like, that's sort of like a family nickname. I don't think I've been around long enough. Like, I don't think I've earned the right to call him Shaft. You know what I'm saying? What were you thinking? Oh, about the picture? Yes, Dommy. Yes, Monk Chip. Yes, happy holidays to you guys. Have you tried the Zip Fizz water packets? I have. I've tried. Remember I told y'all I sell Arbonne. Well, I used to. Arbonne has the Fizz packets. I need to buy some because they're also supposed to be good for energy and stuff like that, and they're good for you. I need to get me some more of those. But yeah, honey. Excuse me, y'all. That was real, but I'm thirsty. See, I can when I put them water packets in, I drink it like that. I drink it like water. Hey, sis isn't common. How you guys doing? China White, hey boo. So welcome you guys. Yes, hopefully El Teddy will be popping in. Hey Carolyn, I talked to him this morning. He's on his way back to Texas. He got everything settled, and he's on his way back to Texas. You know that. I don't know if you guys follow El Teddy. If you don't follow El Teddy, y'all go follow my mod, El Teddy. He hit 500 subscribers this weekend, and so congratulations to him. He's building his channel. When I started watching El Teddy, I don't even know if he had 100 subscribers. But El Teddy is not new to YouTube. He used to do YouTube way back in the beginning of the YouTube days. And he, at one point, had built his channel up and he had thousands of subscribers. And then he sort of walked away from it. So he's rebuilding. But yeah, he's definitely, so he hit 500. And shout out to Jay Wilson for hitting 10,000 subscribers today. You guys know that Jay Wilson had his Labor Day event. From all of the videos and everything, it looked like it was a very, successful event. I think sometimes people connect success to numbers, and success isn't connected by numbers or measured by numbers. Success is measured by, did you accomplish your goal? And if Jay Wilson's goal was to network with other content creators, meet some of his subscribers, support Black businesses, and just have a fun, drama-free weekend, it was successful. Well, welcome. Alona Spears. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Lord of Virgo. Hey, boo. So yes, if that was his, y'all, I am sweating. Woo, if that was his goal, then he met his goal. You know what I mean? And so congratulations to him, because I don't know what his subscriber count was before the weekend, but he said that every content creator who attended the event increased subscribers. And so for that, congratulations. Like that is, like I said, that's what you want to do, if that was what his goal was, and it was successful. And, people, haters gonna hate, and people gonna have their opinions, and everybody gonna have commentary on it. But congratulations to Jay Wilson. This is a great pause in my work day. It's real in these lesson plans. Honey, I did that yesterday. Hey, Lady P, how you doing? I didn't see you speak, boo. I'm sorry. I wouldn't ignore you. Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody else up here. Thank you, Lady P. She said, I love the colors. Thank you. I missed it. I'm sorry, baby. I don't intentionally miss nobody. I apologize. It don't be that many people in my chat for me to miss people. So I'm sorry. I wouldn't do it on purpose. Hey, L baby, how you doing, boo? Welcome, you guys. So yeah, so like I said, if that was the goal, then the event was successful. So congrats to Jay Wilson. So I wanted to just talk, I try to go through my hashtags, even though we be getting off topic sometimes, but I try to go through my hashtag. Y'all, my head. It's a lot going on right here. It's because I'm sweating and it's just a lot going on. Anyway, we're going, Hey, El Teddy. Hey, girl. Hey, I just gave you your shout out. Did you hear me, or you just getting in the room? I just gave you a shout out. I said congrats on hitting 500 subbies. Shondo, that's right, Lady P. Shondo. Mercedes. Hey, Mercedes. How you doing? Let me say this. I loved your live yesterday. Finally, a group chat with no meanness or dragging. Yeah, that is connected to. Okay, so look, let me just say this to you guys. The podcast is under construction because I don't know what's going on. The service that I use Spreaker, Spreaker, excuse me. And yesterday when I was trying to do the Spreaker side of it and upload it to the podcast, it wasn't. So when I get off of here, that's actually one of the things I need to work on today. I did my lesson plans yesterday so I could get that out the way. But that's one of the things I need to work on today. I need to figure out what's going on with the podcast side of my life, because I don't want to get so caught up on YouTube that I neglect the podcast, because my goal is to also build up my podcast side. And so what you guys saw yesterday was my live I do my podcast with my boy Face, who y'all met yesterday, El Teddy was flirting with, and usually my girl Mink. Now Mink couldn't make it yesterday. Don Juan Pablo, the guy that came in a little late, he comes in from time to time, but I pretty much leave it open, like, to my friends. If you again, something's going on with the podcast. But if you go back to the earlier episodes, which they're not there anymore, and I need to figure out what happened to them. It's some stuff going on. I don't know if I need to call Spreaker customer service and find out where the hell all my old podcasts went or what's going on. I need to figure it out. But that's another conversation for another day. But if you listen to the older ones, hey, Warm Pecan Pie, hey, Taurus, then you will see, or you will hear, I should say, it was me and a bunch of my girlfriends sitting around just talking about whatever. And we talked about dating. We talked about pop culture. We talked about our lives. It was just that. It was fun. You know, I've only been dealing with some of this drama the last couple of weeks. Like, real talk, 99.9% of what I do is this, you know, and even with my podcast people, they don't know nothing about this YouTube stuff. They don't even be on here. They don't know nothing about this YouTube. You saw he ain't even know nothing about this YouTube. Hey, Queen Super Rich, can I be like you, boo? Because that's what I'm trying to be. Is Queen Super Rich? Anchor. I'm gonna try Anchor, but see, the problem right now my focus is finding all my old podcasts, because I've been doing my podcast since for the last 3 or 4 years. So I can only find my podcast going back 8 months. I need to find out what the hell happened to my whole catalog. When I go into Spreaker, it's not there. So Houston, we got a problem. But again, that's another problem for another day. I'll deal with it. What grade do I teach? I teach high school, mostly 9th grade, but high school. Oh, that's good. That's El Teddy. You deserved it, but you deserve it, boy. After the last couple of days you deserve your cocktail. You deserve a nice, comfortable flight. You deserve all of that first class living you doing right now, boo. I ain't mad at you. I would have upgraded too. I am claiming it, girl. I am claiming it. Yes. Not Becky screamed it out on Empire. Thank you, Diving for Death. Thank you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get Teddy mad, because Teddy will get mad. But I did hear somebody yell out Shondo in another chat last night. I ain't gonna say who, because he's gonna get mad. But in fairness, they were yelling out Shondo and doing a fake talking in tongues. They weren't using it in the context that you use it. They were doing that fake, oh, Shondo, you know, but they did say Shondo. I said, ooh, Teddy go be bad. Ooh, Becky said Shondo. Okay, I gotta peep that. Hey, sassy queen, boo. Look up there you go telling people to look up the definition of Shondo. They're gonna be like, why we got all these new people trying to figure out Shondo? I did not catch Funky Dineva's live last night. What you mean about the Malik Yoba piece? The thing about with Malik Yoba? I didn't watch it. No, I read the article. I did see the name of his video, but I did not look at it. But I read the article because, again, I don't want to be biased by other people's opinions. And so once I saw the headline, I went to go look. I went and found the article on Madame Noir. Madame Noir. I read the article for myself, so I wanted to just kind of have my own opinion. Hey, Super Chat. How you doing? He did an interview. He back in Miami on a radio station. So he's a regular now, or was he interviewing with somebody on a radio station? Because I thought he was doing an interview with somebody in Miami, but he has a radio show in Miami now. If that's the case, then good for him. He good for him. Good for him. Yes, good for him. I hope that's what it is. He has been really grinding and working, and he went through some things and he processed some, dealt with some things, and he sort of hit a rock bottom. But he is definitely making his way back, and I'm happy for him. I don't wish no ill on nobody, and I'm happy for him. I mean, I ain't got no beef with Funky Dinevas, who got me in these YouTube streets, because I ain't know nothing about this part of YouTube. I started watching Funky Dineva doing Love and Hip Hop reviews and Real Housewives review. I remember I first started watching Funky Dineva when he did that, when he was out in front of Chateau Cheray. That was one of the first videos I watched from him. And then from there, I started finding other people who review TV shows, and then I started getting into, you know, other type of content. But up until that point, the only time I used YouTube was when I was looking for something to show my students. Like, that's it. I didn't know this existed. Me and El Teddy were talking about that earlier. Like, I ain't know about no YouTube. I went on YouTube to look for videos and stuff to show my students, and that was it. See, Lord, El Teddy getting you caught up. El Teddy getting you caught up. Everything is well over here, Super Chat. Thank you for the hugs, boo. Everything over here is well, boo. Candy from Pose joined the House of Garcon last night. Oh, really? Okay, I saw she was at Atlanta Pride. Okay, Candy. Miss Candy. I'm glad he shared his honesty. Malik. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk, that's a hashtag, so we're gonna get to that. I read Zimbabwe, it means the tip of a man's that's it. That's what El Teddy talking about, JJ. Okay, he was interviewed by the station. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was an interview, but I honestly didn't listen to it. See, look at that. Look at that. Isn't he still married to Cat Wilson? Who married to Cat Wilson? Who's Cat Wilson? Oh, you talking about Malik Yoba? See, this is what me and El Teddy was talking. If people could hear me and El Teddy's off, me and El Teddy have some really good conversations. We've only been talking on the phone for a couple of weeks, but we have some great conversations. And if people could hear our offline conversations, honey. But we were talking about that this morning, and I really think his words were misinterpreted. I honestly do. I did not interpret his words as I date trans women, or I have dated a trans woman. I interpreted what he said, and I'm gonna find the exact quote, but I interpreted what he said as everybody is beautiful to me, and when I see a trans woman, I don't see a trans woman any differently, and I'm just as attracted to a trans woman who I think is beautiful as I don't want to offend anybody, but a natural born woman. That's how I interpreted that. And he was speaking in support of that young man who was bullied, who committed suicide a week or so ago because he was being bullied. And I know there's more to that story, but I'm just talking about the bullying side of it, because he was dating a trans woman and he was open about it. That's how I read it. I read it as him just showing his support. Now, I could be wrong, but that's how I read it. Yeah, El Teddy's going live tonight around 10 o'clock, you guys. He got some good stuff to talk about over there. Yeah, that's how I took it, Dami. I didn't take it as I've dated a trans woman, or I just took it as he was saying love is love and beauty is beauty, and I don't see any difference no matter what your genitalia is or what you were born as. That's how I took what he said. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate that he even said that much, because there are a lot of black men who won't even say that. And men, forget black men, a lot of men who won't even say that much. So I appreciate what he said. But I think people took that little snippet and ran with it and tried to turn it into a big trans moment. And I don't think that's what he meant. I don't think that's what he meant, you guys. I think so. Super Chat says, I think so too. There's a misinterpretation somewhere along the line. See, look, let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of misinterpretation. And I see it all the time. I deal with children. But when I see adults do stuff like that, I just be like, why? You ain't hear nothing they just said. You just took what you wanted. The thing is, people take what they want to take out of it. And this is no disrespect to the trans community, but people take what they want to take out of stuff because they want it to fit whatever narrative they're trying to spin. So you're looking for an ally, you think you heard something and you found an ally, and boom, there it is. Like, that's how I took that. And there's no, hey, Miss Mars, and that's no disrespect to the trans community, but I just think that you, as a community, not individual people, I think that's what some people were kind of taking that and wanted to turn it into a moment. You know what I'm saying? And again, no disrespect to the trans movement. People do hear what they want, Monk Chip. We see it all the time on YouTube, don't we, boo? Hey, Ariel, how you doing? Let me go back up, y'all. Let me see what these comments talking about. It's not about his preference. I felt he is visibly attracted to you feel that he is visibly attracted to trans women. Okay. People purposely like to misinterpret things. You ain't lying about that one, L baby. People really do. People want to, because people hear what they want to hear because they wanted to spin their own narrative. I'm gonna come back to you in a minute, Queen's super rich. I that's an interesting statement you made. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. I can't wait to see what my old classmate has to say about it. Him and Malik are close friends. Oh, okay, Lord of Virgo. I took it as he said they look good in the sexual. Oh, I read that. Okay. I spoke to Ms. Mars. I'm just reading Cat Wilson's. They are still married but separated. Oh, okay, they're separated. Because I want to say they were having some sort of custody situation a while back. I thought I read somewhere. I can find attraction to women, but I'm gay. It's not sexual. I'm not gay, and I can find attraction. I can look at a beautiful woman and be like, she is good. Let me tell y'all something. Rihanna could get it. I think she's gorgeous. I think her personality and her attitude, and I am not gay, but I can look at somebody and be like, yes. But I can look at a man and I'm heterosexual and I don't want to have sex with every attractive man I see. It's not, you know what I mean? Like I can look at a man and be like, he's beautiful. Yes, he's sexy, but I would never have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, contrary to popular belief, you know what I'm saying? We see that on here on YouTube. Yes, Lord, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. He ain't joining us over here in the Rainbow Push Coalition. He's just someone who's not bigoted like most of the country. Exactly. That is, El Teddy, you summed that right up. I think that's exactly what it is. Let's be real. That so-called bullying video wasn't recent. It was from over a year ago. Well, I understand it was from a year ago, but bullying is bullying. Like, I get it. But I don't think that's an isolated incident. I don't think that's the only time he was ever bullied. You know what I mean? But you know, whatever the time date on it, the time stamp on it. But I don't think that's the only time he was bullied. I think that just was an example. But that's valid. That was. I mean, that's a valid point to make. It was a year ago. They just take it and run with it before getting all the facts, honey. Don't people do that? I can find a woman beautiful doesn't mean I want to sleep or date one. Exactly. Beautiful people cause an attraction. It has nothing to do with sexual preference or desire. Exactly. I think Angel from Pose is so gorgeous. See, Vovo? She could get it. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I think I do. I think India Moore is beautiful, but I'm not gonna go down that road. I think India Moore is beautiful too. I agree. That's Angel from Pose. I do. I believe she's gorgeous as well. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, so let's be real. For me, I've thought to myself over the last like 4 or 5 years when I've become a lot more conscious of the trans community. I remember thinking to myself one day, thinking, I wonder how many trans women I've come into contact with, and I didn't know they was trans. I bet you a lot. Same thing with trans men. I see some of these trans men, and I'll be like, "What? You were born a woman?" You know what I mean? And I'm sure I have come into contact so many times. So the reality is, we focus too much on what we know and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, Malik Yoba is not about genitalia or sex, but about attraction, the soul and humanity of an individual. Oh, that's a quote by him. Thank you. Because I was going to pull up the quote. Thank you, Super Chat. Thank you. That's the quote in the room. Nicki Minaj can get all the business. If it weren't that way, I would devour her. If I went that way, I'd devour her. Oh, you attracted to Nicki Minaj? I never heard of trans or even heard of them until T.S. Madison, and I've been going to clubs for years. Really, Domi? Now I've heard of trans, but was it Dave Chappelle, or was it a conversation I was having with somebody? It was either the Dave Chappelle. I think it was the Dave Chappelle. Was it the Dave Chappelle special where he said that growing up we called them transvestites? Was that Dave Chappelle? Growing up, I always knew of trans women as, we called them transvestites. And I'm not trying to I ain't trying to offend anybody. I'm just telling you what I grew up, what the term was growing up. And I didn't know whether it was a derogatory term or not. I didn't know whether I was offending anyone or not. That's just what I that's what I ain't gonna say I was taught it, but that's what I grew up learning. And here in DC, 14th Street was the stroll. And we used to talk about the transvestites down on 14th Street. And that's what I knew. It really wasn't until I would say probably within the last 6 to 10 years that I really became aware of being sensitive to like Dave Chappelle says, the T, in the community, and really understanding their plight. You know what I'm saying? And Pose has done wonders for educating people, because there's a lot, even in watching Pose and watching reviews of Pose for people who are in the community, that I'm learning that I didn't know. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I might be the only one admitting it, but I'm not the only one. Hold on, let me go back up. I never heard of it. Okay. Why can't he express how he feels about people? Exactly. My thing is, why can't he express how he feels without it turning into what it's turned into? Really B is so shady. I'm just not attracted to Nicki Minaj. I think she's very plastic, in that the butt, the nose, the hips, the toe, I don't know that woman personally. So personally, she, but I'm saying attractive. I'm just not attracted to the plastic. Just doesn't do nothing for me. No offense, JJ. No offense. I'm not attracted to horses, but I'd let I don't know why. See, I'm gonna start doing you like you do Mariah in your chat, El Teddy. I'm gonna stop reading your damn comments. Yeah, and I never knew it was offensive to call them. I didn't either. I did not know tranny was offensive. I did not know that was an offensive term until I started watching T.S. Madison, and that's truth. That is truth. I did not know that was an offensive term probably until the last 3 years of my life, and that is the truth. I did not know. I always used to hear drag queens never really anything about trans. Right. Now, I knew a lot of, I was familiar with the drag queen community. And I'm going to be honest with you, I probably lumped drag queen and transgenders together. Because in my mind, my ignorance, I thought it was the same thing. I figured if you were a drag queen, then that's what you did. That was what you did. You know what I mean? I didn't separate the two. So I think that's part of my education, for lack of a better word, that I've grown in the last couple of years, is that it's different, is that it's a separation. That's where I first seen a trans woman was on 14th Street. Come on, Jonathan, with the DMV. You know what I'm talking about. That was the stroll. That 14th Street was the stroll, boo. Outside of, I think the hotel was called Washington Plaza. I don't remember the name of the hotel, but that was about right. You were like 12. Yeah, I was a kid too. Jonathan, we probably in the same age group. I was a kid too. And that's all I knew. And we called them transvestites. I did not know. I still don't know where that term comes from. I just know that's what we called them. That young man, Lil Nas X, could get it. Oh, Lord. El Teddy. I knew about trans, however, I wasn't aware of gender reassignment. Yeah, I mean, when I first started hearing about that, I thought that was like a misnomer. I thought that was like a myth. I didn't know that was real. I mean, I know now, but I mean, when I first heard about it as a kid, I didn't know it was real. I didn't know bull dagger only applies to Black lesbians. See, I didn't know that till just now. I didn't know that. I thought that was just a term. I didn't know that was until just now. And I know that could be considered derogatory. I mean, that's, again, is a term that I hear other gay people use, but if I were to say it, it's not acceptable. At least that's my understanding. That body is very plastic, but you could tell she's a pretty girl. Oh, if you look at old videos of her, like when she used to do rap battles and stuff before all the plastic surgery, she wasn't an ugly girl. She was not an ugly girl. But I'm saying now she's so plastic. After she did that performance of Anaconda on, what was that, the VMAs or something, and she laid down and put her legs up and the butt just was there. I said, what is that? Let me shut up. That's a whole nother topic. I don't know what you're talking about, El Teddy, but I'm gonna leave that one there. I think trans was mainly convoluted with cross dressers. That was a term back in the day. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. A cross dresser being different from a trans woman being or man being different from a drag queen. Like again, y'all, and I think there are people in the LGBT community who, going back to people oversimplifying things, you make ignorance equivalent to homophobia, and that's not always the case. Sometimes we just don't know, and all we know is what we were taught, and if we were taught by people who didn't know, then the ignorance has trickled down, and ignorance doesn't mean bad thing. It means you don't know. So sometimes I really wish people would, and this is what I was going to say about Indy Moore, who plays Angel on Pose. That's why I was like, well, I don't want to go there. I like Indy Moore, don't get me wrong. I think she's beautiful, but she's one of those activists who I feel like sometimes she takes everything as a slight, or everything as a fight, or everything as transphobic or transphobia, and because I follow her on Instagram and on Twitter, and sometimes I'm like, I don't. But and this is something I was saying to Teddy earlier. But as somebody who's not in the community, I feel like I have to be careful about my criticism, because then then people are like, well, you don't understand, you're not gay. You don't understand, you're not in the community. You don't understand, you're not trans. You know what I'm saying? And so I choose my words carefully, but I do think that sometimes, it's like I think some Black people, everything is not racist. Sometimes people just ignorant. Sometimes people just doing what all they've known. They're living what they've learned. And it's not always done out of racism. It's done out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I think we need to be a little more tolerant of people's upbringing and differences, and not knowing versus automatically assuming somebody's trying to be disrespectful or slight you, you know. And I think sometimes we lose that. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to these comments. This is a good conversation. That ain't even my hashtag. See how we be going left. We be going left and right. I ain't even got to the hashtag. Well, we started with Malik Yoba, so I guess kind of this story came out because a 20-year-old young man killed himself via overdose because he was ridiculed over his free expression of loving one of trans women. So Malik spoke up about it. Yeah. And that's all. I think that's all he was saying, was he was speaking in support of that young man, not saying that, you know, he wanted to go out and find a trans woman. Like, I don't feel like that's what he was saying. Oh Lord, that movie To Wong Fu, it didn't help nothing. It did not help nothing, because I almost feel like in the movie, trans women became a caricature. I just feel like Wesley Snipes, I just feel like they became a caricature. So you're right, it did not help anybody understand anything about trans women. I met a trans woman about 6 years ago. She is now one of my best friends, and she calls herself tranny all the time. I would never. Exactly. Like even T.S. Madison. But again, it's kind of like the word nigga. You know how some people feel about the word nigga. Like, I can use it, you can't, and that's it. No further explanation needed. You know what I mean? Indy Moore gets on my case. Dami, I love you. I love you, Dami. You be giving it to me straight with no chaser. I see, Dami, that's kind of how I feel. But from a straight woman's point of view, when I read her, I just feel like sometimes everything is not. Everything ain't about you. Is that everything just ain't about you, boo? It's not always about you. And I feel like everything that is said or done, she just takes it and puts it in that box. And it ain't always about you. I wanted to know why Bruce Jenner, aka Caitlyn, was presented Woman of the Year when there were trans women way before him that did very well and sustained their community. Super chat. I know you didn't have to ask me that. Did I? You know why? You know why, girl? You know why? Yes, money talks. Hey, Betty White, how you doing, boo? Bruce made a mockery of the community. Bruce who? Who Bruce? Who am I missing? Bruce? I think Armand Wiggins talked about this issue today on his live, but I really can't stand him, so I couldn't bother to even listen to what he had to say about it. I don't listen to Armand Wiggins, but I just never followed him. I don't have a personal feeling about him one way or the other. I just never really followed him. I feel like here in North Carolina, I'm more accepted for being gay than being black. Oh, that's interesting. That is so interesting. Yes, Abby. India State putting 20 on 10. See, I'm okay. I'm glad. That's why I love y'all. I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. Like sometimes I felt like I was the only one that felt that way. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. I am so glad I'm not the only one that feels that way, y'all. People be fake conscious. People like Indy and other folks just be wanting to say something. Say some shit that's extra. Okay. Hey, is this Tasmanian Garcia? Hey. Oh, Bruce Jenner. My bad. Yeah, Bruce. Caitlyn. I want to be respectful. Caitlyn. And then she didn't really help her cause when she was a Trump supporter. Like, I'm like, really? Do you know how he feel about you? Oh, okay. We're talking about black men, both gay. Oh, okay. Somebody asked what we talking about. Okay. I watched Armand for 5 minutes and had to tap out. Being gay is cool. I think a lot of man, Teddy, were we not just having this conversation earlier today? I hate to say it, but Candy do the same thing. Yes, she does. Did you see when she put that post up there about her not getting her not being approved for an apartment and she was blaming it on being trans? And I was like, unless you put that on your apartment application, how could that be the reason why you were being discriminated? Like, maybe you don't have good credit. I don't know. But did y'all see that when she posted how she was trying to find an apartment in Hollywood and nobody and she made it out to be like it was a trans issue, and then of course the next day she got an apartment, right? I was like maybe I'm missing something, but I'm not seeing the connection. And maybe it was more to the story that I just wasn't seeing, but I was like, huh? I was pissed at the ESPYs for presenting Caitlyn with that award because she said herself that Bruce is dead. So Caitlyn didn't do anything. Okay. Caitlyn, and even if he didn't say Bruce was dead, the reality of the situation is you ain't done nothing since 1978, dude. You have not played a sport. You have not done anything for gay rights. I don't remember Bruce Jenner doing as Bruce Jenner before Caitlyn. I don't remember Bruce Jenner doing anything for gay rights, speaking out against gay rights. I don't remember him doing anything. And I understand that he had to process and he had to accept who he was and go through all of that. I get that. But I don't remember him being any type of advocate. And yes, then he gets this award. And I'm just like, for real though? Like Billie Jean King, like if we're gonna go back to the 70s, Billie Jean King, Martina Navratilova, and those are just the low-hanging fruit. I'm sure there are millions that I'm not even naming right now. Those are the low-hanging fruit. Those are the names that I can just name off the top of my head. But yeah, I was sitting the same thing. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me right now. I like how it used to be when I had to hide behind dumpsters in the bushes. Dummy. You was in the bushes, boo. Arthur Ashe was gay. I know he died of HIV, but I thought that was a blood transfusion. Arthur Ashe was gay. See, I'm learning something new. I know Teddy's about to smack me right now. I didn't know he was gay. I'm more inclined to believe that they denied her because she was black before the exactly. Because my thing is, how did they? Now I will say this. Now I can say this. Just like with T.S. Madison, a lot of T.S. Madison's IDs and she still has to use her legal name, and her driver's license still has her picture as Timothy on there. I don't know. And again, this gets into the legality of being a trans woman that I'm not familiar with. So I don't know why. I don't know why it is that way. So maybe there is something to that. Maybe when she was applying for apartments, she had to use her legal name versus her Angelica Ross name. And maybe that's where, hey, Jaded Nerd. And maybe that's where the discrimination was coming in. I didn't think about that, but maybe that's it. I don't know. But okay, let me ask a question to the chat. And somebody let me know. And again, this is not meant to be disrespectful. This is because I don't know the answer. If you are a trans man, trans woman, and you are transitioning, can't you change your legal name? Can't you change your name to so like can she make her legal name Angelica Ross and not have to use her former name? Right? Can't she do that? And I don't know. I'm asking. Okay, Domi says yes, you can. Okay, so then I don't know why T.S. Madison has or hasn't. Not my business, not my situation. And everybody has a right to do what they want to do and how they want to do it. But again, I'm back to I agree with what the person in the chat said. I'm more inclined to believe that her black ass trying to move to Hollywood had something to do with it more so than her being trans. But again, I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody's situation. Hey, Jacqueline, welcome. You just waking up, Jaded? You worked hard last night. I know they scratched you out yesterday. They were stressing out, Jaded. Okay, Domi. See, I don't. Okay, well there you go. And she has a right to. She doesn't have to change her name. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right, Ebony. You can legally change your name at any time. I think Madison hasn't changed her name out of respect for her mother. Oh, okay. I can see that. Hey, warm pecan pie. You have to go to court and get approval from a judge? Are you serious? In North Carolina? Because if I get married and I decide to change my name, I don't have to go and get... Do I? Do you have to get approval from a judge to change your name when you get married? I don't want to say that until I know that. I don't know that to be true. Is that true? Hey, AR Stringer, how you doing? I could be wrong, but I think changing gender might be the issue. Name changes has never been much of an issue, but gender ID, okay. Yeah, and I understand that. I'm married and still haven't changed my name. At this point, I don't know if I would change my name. If I got married, I don't know if I would change my name at this point either. Hell, I've been this for more years than I will be married. Let's just be real. I don't know. I would probably hyphenate. At this point in my life, I'd probably hyphenate. Yes, you guys. El Teddy is in the room. He is on his way back home. Mom is doing good. Again, that's his story to tell, and he is in the room. But thank you everybody for asking. And again, y'all know I don't ask for myself and I don't beg for myself. But I'm gonna put El Teddy's Cash App in the room again. I'm gonna put it in the room. And you guys, if you would like to, for those who do not know, El Teddy had a family emergency, and at the last minute, he had to leave Texas and fly to Miami and take care of his mom. And you know, when emergencies occur, you know, some of us do, some of us don't have emergency funds, and he ain't asking me to do this. He ain't said nothing about doing this. I'm doing this for him. So if y'all can drop $5, $10, $20 on his Cash App, because you know, shit happens. And you know, buying a last minute plane ticket, you know, taking care of business when you get there, all of that stuff. It, you know, it is what it is sometimes, you guys, and it's not always easy. And he ain't asked me to do it, and I'm not asking you that you got to do it, but I'm gonna put his Cash App in the room, and if y'all feel so inclined to bless him, please do. I'm gonna bless you Friday when I get paid. I'm just being real. Bless you Friday when I get paid. But you know, last minute shit is just last minute shit, y'all, and it just is what it is. It just is what it is. We know. Those who don't know, you know, y'all know when you got to break out that emergency credit card that you keep underneath in the sock drawer, underneath the clean clothes, and you try to pretend it's there, and you be like, damn, I got to use the emergency stash. You know how I go. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Hold on, y'all. Let me drop it in the link. Let me drop it in the chat real quick before I forget, because you know I'll get to talk about something else. All right. I just dropped it in the room. If y'all want to bless him, 5, 10, 15, it is what it is. Does he have a P.O. box? El Teddy, I don't know. El Teddy, do you have a P.O. box? I don't know. He's in and out. He's on a flight, but both of your college teams. Who are your college teams? He doesn't have a P.O. box, and neither do I, Betty. I'm sorry. James told me I need to get one. That's on my to-do list. I guess I need to give you one. See, here go my problem, y'all. I need to get me one, but I have to get it in DC. Anyway, Who were your college teams, Dami? Who are your college teams? Joyce, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, go ahead, boo. Joyce said her brother just passed away. Go ahead. I mean, you know. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Southern and Alcorn State. Oh, I'm sorry. Did A&T win? Somebody told me that they were down, that they were losing. I don't know if they actually won or not. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something. Okay. I was trying to find something. I don't see it. I'm sorry, Joyce. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Go ahead and drop your PayPal. That's fine if anybody wants to support. Okay, Jonathan. Aggie Pride. 1 second left on the clock because y'all gotta get back. Y'all gotta repeat. Y'all won the whole damn thing last year, correct? Am I correct? You know, I'm an Aggie Bell. I'm an Aggie Bell, honey. A lot of my friends. Joyce, let me say this to you. I lost my brother, and so I understand what that is like. I understand that process, and I know it is a lot, and it is a grieving process, and I'm really, really sorry to hear that for you. Again, I've been there, so I get it, and it's a process. It's a process. So I'm gonna keep you in my prayers, babe. Keep you in my prayer. Excuse me. Yeah. Yes, Jonathan. Most of my I think we had this conversation before, but I'm not sure. But a lot of my friends from college are Aggies. Because I'm a Bennett Bell baby, so you know how we was doing it. Yeah. So that was one of my hashtags. Okay, so my other hashtag was Labor Day. So let's talk a little bit about Labor Day. And I wasn't talking about the Labor Day event. Like I said, I already congratulated Jay Wilson on getting 10,000 subscribers and congratulated him on his event. That ain't what this about. I wanted to talk about Labor Day itself. Oh, not the cameraman is fine as hell. See, there y'all go flirting. Ciao. Hey, Jacqueline. You forgot it was a holiday weekend. I guess you said it is what it is. But you should get time and a half, shouldn't you? If you're working on a holiday, you should get time and a half, right? If you work, I guess I will. So I am very pro labor. Okay, I want to put that out there. I'm a very pro labor person. I'm very active in my labor union with my job, and I actually worked when I worked in DC. I was at one time I was my building. What the hell is this? Oh, I was the building representative. What in the hell? I was a building representative at my job, and I also worked for the union for 2 years. I was out of the classroom, and I worked for the union full time. And so I'm very, very pro-union. And so I just want people to understand Labor Day and understand what it is that we have as a result of the labor union. And the last 10 years, unions have been demonized, and people have not been as pro-union or understanding of unions and as they have been in the past. And I just want people to understand what it is that unions do for us and where Tasmanian Garcia, thanks for coming through, baby. Lord, they gave up PTO, so they took away the time and a half. See, this what I'm talking about. That's union stuff. Hey, Crispies. All right. And y'all did the damn thing last year. Those California teachers, y'all did it last year. I'm very proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all for what y'all did last year. Yes. I'm so proud of y'all. Yes, they are. And I will say this. If I'm going to be fair, I will say that probably in the 70s, late 60s, 70s, unions, they had their moment where they weren't, but overall, and especially in the area of education, where they have done so much to demonize unions and make you villainize unions and make unions like they're this hard thing or this evil thing. But I want people to understand that without unions, there would be no 5-day work week. Without unions, there would be no overtime. Without unions, we wouldn't get, I mean, the list goes on and on, but so many things that you have on your job that you take for granted. You can thank a union member. And the union movement was a very violent movement. Like nowadays, we hear the rhetoric and the Republicans. It's just the rhetoric. But once upon a time, you go back into the early 1900s and you follow the history of the labor movement, and you see how violent people died, trying to unionize. And when I say I don't like Walmart and I don't support Walmart, it's for that reason, that Walmart is a very anti-union company, and there was even they've been sued I don't know how many times for violating labor rights. And there was a situation, there was a Walmart, I don't know exactly what state, but there was they had a meat, a butcher counter. I guess it was like at one of those super Walmarts, and they had a butcher shop, and the butcher shop tried to unionize, and rather than allow them to unionize, they just shut down the butcher shop. They were like, well, if y'all going, because to start, it's very easy to start a union. It's not hard. The process is not hard. So they voted to start the union. They did everything they were supposed to do. They put everything in place to start the union. And then, so Walmart's response was, well, we're just going to close the butcher shop. So on top of the fact that people died, people lost their job. Now the people don't have, the shoppers aren't getting the benefit of a union. Of a butcher shop. So I just wanted to just throw that out there for you guys. I want, oh, y'all still flirting. I just want y'all to understand that. And I'm very sensitive when I start hearing people talk about unions, be anti-union. The one thing, and El Teddy, I know you could probably co-sign on this one. The one thing that, with education, when y'all hear me talk about the whole Teach for America and New Teacher Project, a lot of those companies, programs, they were very anti-union. And one of the things that they told their members is that they could not join the union, or they could not be active in the union. And so that was one of the things that they were told, they were preached to, and just going into education. So they're really trying to dismantle. They're trying to, but I want people to understand why we should be thankful for a union. And yes, this is a great day and all the wonderful things that go with Labor Day. I ain't taking away nobody's party, okay? I ain't taking away nobody's party. But please, let's understand the bigger picture of what it is we fighting for. I can't help but support Tide as Wally's World because they're one of the biggest retailers in my little area, which is why I hate it. Yeah, and I get it. I get it. I understand that sometimes you don't have options. Like, I get that. And I'm not going to say I've never, ever shopped at a Walmart. I used to work at Walmart when I was in college. That's how I know about them. Like, we used to have to clock out for our break. We had to clock out for break and clock back in for our break. I didn't know that there was a problem with that. Dami and El Teddy. El Teddy doesn't need any encouragement. Dami. And Jaded Nerd, especially, working, where you work, there are things that you need to be, and I'm not saying you aren't. I'm saying things you need to be mindful of working in that environment when it comes to your rights and workers' rights. Without labor unions had a lot to do with child labor rights. Okay, go back to the early 1900s and you see how, children was working, all ages, all sizes, not having to go to school, all that good stuff. El Teddy better stay away from face. Gotta run this thing. Hurricane come. Betty White, be safe, baby. Please be safe. Mom and pop stores don't even. Oh, wow. I really hate how they come into the community, put local businesses out. When they get on, they can't start raising prices and stuff. Yeah, I mean, those big box stores do it every time. Yeah. I hate the self-checkout line. I try my best not to use it unless I really truly really truly is inconvenient for me to not use it. But I try not to use the self-checkout line because y'all know y'all putting somebody out of a job. I know that sounds real blasé, but it is. It's the truth. You're putting somebody out of a job, and the more people that use the self-checkout, the less people they need to work. Exactly. Super chat. People losing hands and fingers and toes. Exactly. So what's going on? Okay, y'all. So, but yeah, due to history, when I worked for the union, we went to, there's a labor college. I think it might be closed now, but there used to be a labor college in Maryland, right outside of DC in Silver Spring. And it was an actual college campus, but they would have labor leaders from all over the country would come and take classes there and learn about organization, learn about grassroots organization, learn about the history of labor unions. And so I understood the importance of the labor union in my job prior to that, but after going there and taking classes, like my job made it, when I worked for the union, it was mandatory that we take certain classes. And it was right here. I mean, I could drive there every day, but we would meet people who their union had sent them to the college to take these classes from all over the country, especially when shop stewards and people were just being elected and just getting into their position. They would be sent there and taught just the different skills on organization and arbitration and what the law was. People would be told to bring their own their contracts and stuff like that, and it would help them understand and go through the contracts and stuff. It was very educational. Exactly, Monk Chip. And here's the funny thing about the self-checkout. Every time I use the self-checkout, I always end up having to call somebody over. So I guess I am keeping somebody employed because the shit, I always do something wrong. I don't know. I hate how annoying. Yeah. Walmart always only had 3 cashiers even before self-checkout. 500 customers. Okay. The newbies in New York play a lot into child labor, and I think they unionize. I could be wrong, or maybe the newbie kids just strike the pay. Oh, you talking about the newsies? I said newsies. Yeah, the newsies had a lot to do with it, but all of that was around the same time, and it was all connected. Women's rights. Look up the Wayshirt Triangle factory fire. Look that up. Google it and read about how the labor union was connected to women's rights. All of that's connected. See, Jamila, when it's self-checkout, I try to make sure to ask a question to the employees as a reminder that they're needed. Oh, that's cool. Like I said, I always end up messing something up, but they need to come near me. Walmart near me never has enough. Most stores I go to never have enough damn registers open. It irritates my soul. Because I don't really be doing that much shopping, y'all. At least I try not to. I don't have that much stuff, y'all. There's nothing left in this container. I really need to throw it away. I don't know why I keep it next to me. I need to throw this thing away. There's nothing in here. Now, I saw that you said you liked this episode of Power. I did not. You like this episode of Power, Jaded? Yeah, they want you to use the self-checkout. Absolutely, they do. Yeah, I did not like. I mean, my review was up, so my feelings are clear. Now you said the subtleties. Okay, I'm gonna wait for your review because you're gonna have to break it down for me because I feel like they were playing with my intelligence. That's how I felt. I feel like they were playing with my intelligence. You enjoyed the 2 senses and comment? Okay. I feel like they were playing with my damn intelligence. I'm not saying I hated this episode, it just ain't do it for me. I'm low key into Tommy. I could date him. Did you see Tommy arguing with that damn Uber driver though, honey? Exactly, Jaded. And that's why I look at other reviewers because I want to hear other people's opinion. And other reviewers can sometimes explain stuff to me in a way in which I didn't see it. And I would go, Okay, I didn't see it that way, and I have a difference of opinion. So I'm cool with that too. Oh, I definitely stand in it. Yeah, Monkship, I'm impatient too. You love Tommy. Ugh. How about Ghost and Tasha 2.0? Honey, Tasha's so damn simple. Oh, she's simple. She's simple. You know what this is. You know what you signed up for. Talking about something. He got hidden accounts. Duh. 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 The girl at Tariq's school made me mad because she was coming at him with some real shit on the front end, but then he gave it to her on the back end, and then she came back around. Now she gonna be his second lieutenant. I don't know, but I will say this: Tariq definitely learned. He learned from Keenan. He was definitely a good student because oh my gosh, he was definitely oh, is that what it is? She reminds him of his mother. I think Keenan is his daddy too. I do, and I think that's gonna come out. I think Keenan is his daddy. I absolutely do. I think Keenan and Tasha had a little something going on. I do believe. I believe Tracy. I didn't mean to say Tracy, y'all. I believe that Keenan and Tasha, because remember how Tasha used to always react when they dealt with Keenan. She would be extra dealing with Keenan. Yeah, it was something there. And I think that was part of what caused them to fall out. Because now I will say this, they're talking about doing a prequel to Power. And I really hope we get to see all of those storylines play out because there is something there. I believe that that's that Keenan is Tariq's daddy. And I believe Keenan knew that. I believe Keenan knew that was his son. No, I don't think Keenan. Wait a minute. Were they twins? They were twins, weren't they? Raina and Tariq, weren't they twins? I can't remember, y'all. I agree. See, Teddy, I agree too, especially when she was like, it ain't but 5 Black people living here. Hey, loving my peace. They were twins. Okay. So then, yeah, then Keenan would be his father too. I mean, her would have been her father too. Yeah. But he wasn't interested in her. He was interested in Tariq. Ghost didn't kick them out. She left. Ghost didn't kick them out. She left. Jaded. Hey, loving my peace. How you doing, boo? Yeah, I thought Raina was younger because they weren't in the same grade. I thought Tariq was older. I could be wrong. They can Jada, but they better not spin that storyline. I'll tell you that. It can happen. I actually know somebody that it happened to. It can happen, but they better not spin that damn storyline. I'll be done with them if they do that. Can anyone change their name? What you mean? You mean as far as what we were talking about before with transgender women? Is that what you're talking about? Ariel, and welcome, Ariel. It is Power. You're right. It is Power. Keenan was only interested in Tariq to make Ghost jealous, not because he was his son. I think he was his son, though. I mean, I believe he had more. I don't believe he was interested in Tariq like that's like. I don't think his interest in Tariq was about it being his son, but I believe that was his son. Does that make sense? Yeah, I believe that was his son now. I do. Wouldn't love for them to be Keenan's kids. Ghost is so y'all. Ghost is I used to be defending Ghost. I really did. I was a Ghost defender, and not just because he fine. I used to be, but he is so pathological. He just be lying with a straight face. He's so pathological and not keep. Jaded. He is so selfish. I wish would you want me to mourn with you over your mistress? Have you lost your ever loving mind over your mistress? Child. Keisha go. Yeah, Keisha need to go. Because again, you playing with my intelligence. You're playing with my intelligence that Keisha doesn't understand what's really good. And for her to be so nervous and so jumpy, you went into this like you pursued Tommy. Tommy left your ass alone. So you bought into this lifestyle. You knew what it was. Like, it wasn't like he didn't pretend. He didn't lie to you. You knew what you were stepping into. You knew what kind of man he was and what he was doing for a living. And now you thought it was the police at the door. Like, child, every time Tommy leave the house, you think he gonna get killed. I can't do that. I can't. You just irritating me. Courtney Kemp and the writers have become lazy and sloppy, just like Game of Thrones. And the Night King died, and Oz after Adebisi died. You ain't lying. And I was thinking the same thing when I was looking at this episode yesterday. I said they about to Game of Thrones me. It's the last season, and they about to Game of Thrones me. I was thinking the exact same thing. And yes, after Adebisi died, they should have just ended Oz. They should just ended Oz. After you kill Adebisi, what the fuck? The rest of the season was trash. I mean, series was trash. Pure trash. I feel bad for Keisha. She's desperate. Think about it. What family unit does she have now? Tasha and Ghost have changed, and where does that leave her? I don't think Tasha and Ghost will go. I don't think Tasha changed. I think she just saw the other side of Tasha. I don't know if she changed so much as she just saw the whole Tasha. You know, Tasha was the fly friend that had all the nights. Because remember, in season 1, Tasha would give her old, designer bags and her old outfits she didn't want anymore. So Keisha saw the glamorous side of it, but you're not going for a minute convince me she didn't know what the real deal was. You're not going to convince me that she didn't know what the real was. She knew what the fuck was going on in Ghost and Tasha's house. She knew who Ghost was. Come on. Everybody used Keisha. Real talk, she's basic and has ridden off the coattails of Tasha and the clout it provides. And that's what I'm saying. I agree. But she knew what Tasha was really about, though. She knew who Tasha was. She knew Tasha was a hustler's wife. And she wanted that life. She wanted to be a hustler's hoe. Well, guess what? There's a cost to being a hustler's hoe. And part of the cost of being a hustler's hoe is you're going to carry the drugs. You're going to get rid of the guns. You're going to provide alibis. You're going to get them in the club. Stop it. You know what your job is. Know your role, boo. You a hustler's hoe. So don't act stupid now that he asking you to do your job. That's your job. You get paid in designer bags and diamond earrings. That's your job. The come up was real, but maybe she didn't have any other family unit. Jada, you too nice. You too nice, Jada. Hey, Shauna. You too nice. Right. She ain't going down. Holly was down. Holly was crazy as fuck, but Holly was down. Yeah, Keisha been jealous. And see, Keisha been jealous, and she thought she was going to get from Tommy what Ghost gave Tasha, but Tommy and Ghost ain't the same. Keisha wants to be Tasha so bad. She doesn't want to go through. Exactly. See, Tasha know her role. You saw how last season, or was it last season or the season before last, even as mad as she was at Ghost and as much as she wanted to divorce Ghost, she knew she had to provide an alibi for Ghost. And you saw what Tasha did. Tasha played her role. What'd she do? She played that role. She played nice for the cameras when they were at that resort, when he went up there to kill the dude. And she provided the alibi and played nice. Same thing with this funeral. Even after everything all over said and done, she still went to that funeral and played her role. Now, she's getting something out of it, but still, she know her fucking role. Yeah, Tommy definitely loved Holly. He did. And I think that's part of why Tommy is upset, because Tommy killed Holly out of his fear of what Holly was going to do to them. And I think this whole thing with his father is bringing a lot of that up too. But ain't nobody make you kill Holly. It's so unbelievable for me to think Boo think Tate would be allowing someone like Ghost to grandstand at his announcement for running for governor. Tasha thinks on her feet. She gives Olivia Pope vibe. Well, I'm Olivia Pope with crisis management. Yeah, Tasha definitely knows. She definitely thinks on her feet and knows the game. Tasha is about that life. Tasha know what it is. And here's the real. The problem was, it ain't that Ghost cheated. It's who Ghost cheated with. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me Ghost ain't never cheated on her before. It's who he cheated with. He cheated with the woman he always wanted. And Tasha know that. Tasha know that she always played second fiddle to Angela. So when Angela came back around, that was her worst fear. Her worst fear was that Ghost was going to be messed. Because remember, Tasha had her own little boo thing. Remember season 1? She was sleeping with the damn limo driver. She was doing her own thing. It was never about the mistress. It was about who the mistress was. I want to know what Lorenz Tay is taking too, because honey, yes, he does. He still look like OG. He still look like anybody want a burger? Anybody want a cheeseburger? And I heard, Tate has an end game, and I also heard that was another idea for a spinoff that he was gonna get his own spinoff called Tate. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Or I don't know if I think it was a rumor. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. Facts really be exactly. Well, thank you, JJ. Tate still look good. Here's my PayPal. You all okay, Joyce? Joyce dropped her PayPal, you guys. Anybody who just came into the room or is new to the room, Joyce lost her brother, and so we dropped her PayPal. We dropped Teddy's PayPal. He had a family emergency. Again, y'all know we don't beg or nothing over here, but please feel free to make any type of donations that you can, if you can. And we're going to definitely keep both people in prayer. Tasha don't want the game, but I think I don't know how this is going to end up, but I do think that I don't know how it's going to end up because the way they writing, I don't know. I don't know how this thing going to end up. Tommy got to die though. There's no way Tommy lives through this or shouldn't live through this. Tommy got to die. I really think it's going to come down to Tariq and Ghost. I think it's going to be a real Shakespearean moment between Tariq and Ghost. I really do. I think it's going to be father versus son in the end. And I think Tariq going to be last man standing. That's how I think. Don't talk about my crush. I think we all had a crush on Lorenz Tay. Hey, babe. Hey, Crispies, how you doing? Oh, I already spoke. Somebody need to take out Dre. And look, and I forgot to put that in my review that Dre is over there in protective custody with his brand new hairdo. Who doing Dre hair? He in protective custody. Where he going to get his hair done? Who keeping that hair? Who keeping that fade clean? Who doing that? I ain't lying, El Teddy. When I first saw your video, I thought you were. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was probably 25, 26 years old, honey. When I first saw your video, and it wasn't until you told me how old you were. I was like, what? I probably would lose my mind, Jada Nerd. Dre and Ghost with their clothes off, with their shirt off. Y'all had to pick me up off the flow. Y'all had to pick me up off that flow. I'm telling you. The flow. Dre ain't gonna testify. Dre, but especially now that he know that Angela dead. Oh nah, Dre ain't testifying. Omar Epps. I think I had a crush on Omar Epps for a minute. For a minute, I think I had a crush on Omar Epps. El Teddy, you do. You look like you do. You do, but that's a blessing. Yes, Dre had on them sweats. Did you see them sweats of him working out, getting all oily and sweaty? Okay, I'll send you my number. Did you hit me up on Instagram? I ain't been on my Instagram. I had to, you wish you like Power. You never really got into Power, Ebony? Yeah, Rotami is on there. Rotami. Yeah, he's on there for now. Of course, El Teddy's seen it. Sorry, Jaded. I'm sorry, boo. I'm gonna check it today. So when I'm about to get off of here in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm still mad about the intro too. But 50 Cent said something on his Instagram. I think they might go back to it. I don't know if they can. I don't know how they'll be able to change it or not. But he said because people have been blowing him up about changing that damn intro back. Little baby, you never gotten the Power either. I can understand it. It's in the quiet. Oh shit, y'all. Hold on. Let me plug in my damn charger. Hold on. Oh, I got time. I got time. Look like my phone, my computer was about to die. Hey, Lady P, you still in here? Yeah, I don't like the new intro either. Oh, you stopped after season 1? Yeah, I don't like that new intro. It is awful. It is. First of all, that's the hardest damn song 50 Cent that came out with in 10 years. So I'm gonna need them to go back. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here in 10 more minutes. Well, 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes. I'm gonna get off here. My other hashtag was Kevin Hart. I'm sure you guys have heard by now that Kevin Hart was in a car accident. Now, I've heard conflicting reports about how bad his injuries are. They said that he has to have back surgery, or that he had back surgery. But then I also heard that he was uninjured and he actually got himself out of the car himself and walked back to get help. So, I mean, I guess all that can be true. But the person, and he was in a car with 2 other people. A guy was driving and a woman, or was it the woman that was uninjured? Maybe it was the woman that was uninjured, but that Kevin Hart was able to get himself out the car and walk back because it was right outside it. Like it was like a half a mile from his house where the accident happened. So we're just going to keep him in prayer. And of course, you know, people going to always have something to say and always be speculating about some old dumb shit. But we want to keep them in prayer. What? I ain't hear that one, Living My Peace. I'm sure it's going to all come out. That is terrible. That security got him out and left the other 2 people. Ain't that some shit? But I did hear that they had to cut the car open. So maybe the security couldn't get the other 2 people because they had to cut the car open to get the other 2 people out. So maybe they couldn't. I'm gonna get in the benefit of the doubt. Not Dommy praying. Damn it, praying for little kid. Yeah, we definitely gonna pray. You know what, Dommy? But the thing about your back though is I mean, knock on wood, I'm not putting nothing bad on anybody, but the back is one of those things that once you injure it, it very seldom is it ever the same. Once you, and he's, you know, have surgery and stuff, it is very, now I will say this, that Kevin Hart works out a lot and he's in good shape. So that definitely will help. But a back injury is one of those things that it's hard. It's never the same. Yeah. You have back problems though, Teddy? Yeah, the thing about a back, I'm telling you, they can do all kinds of therapy and stuff like that, but it's never the same. So, you know. Yes, your spine is, I know, trust me, I know. I've had a spine situation in my life, so I know. El Teddy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna start doing you like you do Mariah Whitney. Oh, you had a car accident too, Lady P? Yeah, see? Exactly. Sis isn't common. Says she had back surgery. Hey, Tamika, how you doing, baby? Yep, said she had back surgery. Yeah, it's never the same. It's never the same, or it's very seldom. I don't like to use never, but very seldom. Yeah, your neck is your neck. Your neck is another thing like that. You cooking? What you cooking, Lady P? What you cooking? You said you had to pause to go cook. What y'all cooking? Jonathan, you still in here? Jonathan Ford, you live in my area. What you cooking? Who got a good dinner? Oh wow, Shauna, that's a long time. I mean, I don't know how old you are now, but that's young. I didn't mean to say it's a long time. That's young to have an injury like that and still be dealing with it. My daughter wants look, y'all, I don't know why I can't talk. My doctor wants me to have surgery to correct my scoliosis, but I don't want them rods in my back. Oh, yeah, I can understand that one. Oh, Miss Mars, that sounds good. Shrimp and chicken kebabs. Okay. Well, I told y'all I was getting back on my grind September the 1st. So I have salad for dinner. I went to the grocery store today and I picked up stuff for lunch this week. And I went to the salad bar. I got me a salad for dinner tonight. But that sounds good. I thought you was about to say who has a good. Oh, no. Oh, I don't. Oh, no. I don't. Oh, no. I would never say nothing like that. Not in the chat, at least. Ribs, hot dog, crab legs, shrimp, chicken. Where you at, Tamika? I'm on my way. Child, ribs, chicken, yellow rice, baked beans, potato salad. Okay, Lady P, that sounds pretty good too. I do have a rib over here that I still got left over from the little cookout I ran through yesterday. New Orleans. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna give me some crab. I'm gonna give me some crabs when I get paid Friday before crab season is over. Cause I'm gonna go get me I like the big size crabs, honey. So I'm gonna go get me some big ones. And that'll probably be my dinner Friday night. I'll be ready after my full week. Well, technically not a full week, but after my first week back to work, I'm gonna be ready for that, for them crabs, baby. My doctor actually did say to me that my sex life isn't helping my back. Monk chip, you have mac and tuna salad, baked beans, steak. Okay, all right, steak and cheeseburgers. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make some tuna fish. I don't know if I'll make it tonight or tomorrow night, but that'll be my lunch one day this week. I have lunch meat too. Lord, they just Virginia just declared a state of emergency in preparation for Hurricane Dorian. So I guess it's coming up the coast, honey. It ain't gonna be nothing but a lot of rain by the time it get here. He probably bracing for Southern Virginia, closer to the water, because it ain't gonna be nothing but rain up here. I'm gonna have to check on Random TV Reviews. I don't know if any of you guys in here follow or are subscribed to Random TV Reviews or Life With Us TV. They live down in that area. I'm gonna have to call Lynette and check in on her. Yeah, I eat at my desk most times because I don't hang out in the teacher's lounge. So I just got a sandwich, some fruit, and some cookies. That's gonna be my lunch this week, all week long. That's what I'm gonna be eating. I got some different lunch meat. So I got sandwiches and tuna fish, and so I'm gonna need to make when I get over here. I'm about to get over here in 9 more minutes. I'm going to make my lunch for tomorrow. Make sure I have my clothes ready for tomorrow so I can relax the rest of the evening, honey. So I could be ready for the love and the hip hop, and then you're live at 10 o'clock. I might be watching your live from bed, but I'm gonna come into El Teddy's live at 10 o'clock. He got some good stuff to talk about. Since it's a comedy, do you mean Tito's Tacos in LA? We have a music festival this weekend. I hope the storm doesn't cancel it. Oh, where are you, Jamila? I'm sorry if I've already asked you that and I forgot. Where are you, Jamila? You in Virginia, right? Ooh, vodka. Ooh, 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 ooh. Teddy! I will say this. You equal opportunity. You don't care. You are equal opportunity flirt. You don't care. Okay, Shauna. Oh, you're down Eastern Shore, Salisbury. Oh, so what are they predicting for y'all? Are they predicting for it to come through there? Are they predicting just a bunch of rain? Hold on, y'all. Let me plug in the charger. Let me plug in the charger for the phone die. I mean, for the computer die on me. Hold on. Hold on a second, y'all. While I'm up, let me give me some more water. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a regular sandwich tonight. I don't know if I feel like doing tuna fish tonight. I'll probably do the tuna fish tomorrow. Because what I do is as soon as I get home, is make the tuna fish and stuff before I get comfortable tomorrow. And that'll be enough. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner tomorrow. I don't feel like cooking. I have some chicken in the freezer. I think I'll take the chicken out tomorrow. Right now, just rain. Okay. On Friday, they don't expect it to come up to the weekend. I got family in the Bahamas. Oh no. Yeah, the Bahamas got it bad. The Bahamas got it bad. Oh my gosh, Teddy, we're gonna have to keep your family. A friend of mine is down in they were in Punta Cana and they're stranded. They're stranded with flights and stuff. They can't get out. See, that was part of the reason why I didn't go down to the Jay Wilson Labor Day event. Well, it's a couple of reasons. But I didn't want to go that far away. And the first day of school being tomorrow, Lord forbid, I get rained out or something and can't get here. Honey, next week is the Crab Festival, Michelet, and some more old school will be performing. Tamika, are you the one that said you in New Orleans? Where are you? Oh, shoot. Ain't put the top on good. Are you in New Orleans? Yeah, that's what Ebony. I've been just getting used to play. I've just started playing with my slow cooker. I'm gonna give me some short ribs. I'll probably pick up some short ribs Wednesday and put them in the New Orleans, okay. See, when I put my flavor in here, I can drink my water. But if it was just regular water, I couldn't drink it like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do for like Wednesday, Ebony, because tomorrow's Tuesday, so I can cook that chicken. I think on my way home from work Wednesday, I'm gonna pick me up some short ribs or something and put that in the crock pot for about 40, 45 minutes, honey. Ooh, that'd be some good stuff. Add a little barbecue sauce to it. Boom, voila. You know what, little baby, I said last winter that was gonna be my my project. I'm not a great cook, okay? What I know how to cook is bomb. I just don't have a wide I don't have a large what's what I'm looking for? I don't have a large y'all know what I'm trying to say. I don't have a lot of options. But I want to cook soup because I love soup. I love, love, love soup. This is Crystal Light Raspberry Blast. And it doesn't have any aftertaste. It's not like, it doesn't have that like diety aftertaste. It's so good. I like this Raspberry Blast and I like their peach tea. Crystal Light peach tea. And usually it's on sale to buy the packets. It's usually on sale 2 for $5. So I usually get those 2. Yeah, I love soup, especially in the winter time. But unfortunately, I like the soup that ain't good for me. I like creamy soups. I like cream of crab. I like clam chowder. I like corn chowder. I like my girlfriend has a company. She makes soups and salsa and stuff like that. It's called Sarita Salsa. I actually put her commercial on my community page one time, but she does in the wintertime she does soups and she makes this kale and potato soup. Baby, I buy it. When I buy it from her, I buy it because she sells it in like different like size containers. I buy enough for a week, honey. It's so good. I can eat it every day. I don't do Hawaiian punch. No excuse. You are on YouTube. Anything you want to know how to cook, you can cook. Anything I want to know how to do on YouTube. I could probably learn how to change a nuclear weapon or something. Everything is on YouTube. You right, Vovo. Here's the thing, Vovo. I've had ample opportunity to learn how to cook from my grandmama on down to my sister. My sister is a chef. That is what she does for a living. My sister went to school. She has her degree in culinary arts. She is a chef. I don't have no excuse not to cook at all. But because she is a chef, I don't cook. See, I'm not a big tomato, but I'm not a big tomato person. Yes, broccoli, cheddar, broccoli. Yes, I'm not a big tomato-based person because I don't like tomatoes. I'm not a big tomato person. I will eat like processed tomato, like I'll eat ketchup, but I'm not a big. So I don't really like, I am spoiled. I am. Not little sisters are the devil. My little sister's special, but I ain't gonna say she's the devil, but she's special. My sister used to live with me. I don't live with she used to live with me. She actually just moved out. It'll be a year in November. So she lived with me for like 6 or 7 years. Yeah. But like even now, I could call her right now and be like, can you make me X, Y, and Z? And I'll come by and pick it up. I'll cash app you the money, go to the grocery store, and can you make me blah, blah, blah. And voila, it'll be there. That's like today. I went to my parents' house today, and I go shopping when I go shopping when I go to their house. I go through their pantry. I go through their freezer. I am spoiled. I'm grown and spoiled, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, tomatoes do too. Tomatoes, I have acid reflux with tomatoes. I'm like, a lot of times, if I eat too much tomato stuff, like for example, if I eat just too much tomato stuff, shit, I can't think of it. I'll have acid reflux. Honey, that's JJ. That's what I think I'm gonna do on Wednesday. I'm gonna throw them short ribs in the crock pot, honey, and throw a little barbecue sauce on it. Crab fries. What are crab fries? I love crab. What are crab fries? Are they just French fries with crab meat on them? What are crab fries, Ebony? That sounds intriguing. Common sense. I mean, sense isn't common. You the baby, so you the baby. Let me talk to your older siblings and find out what they got to say. Let's see what they got to say about that. Oh, beef ribs. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That does sound good. That sounds very intriguing, Ebony. Okay. Me and Ebony gonna hang out. I'm gonna get to Charlotte soon. I don't know when. I'm gonna get to Charlotte. I'm gonna come down for home. I'll be down there for homecoming. I don't know if Jonathan is still in the room or not. I'll be down there for homecoming. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Charlotte because homecoming weekend we be like boom, 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 boom. We got it's back to back to back to back. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Charlotte, but I'm gonna try to get to Charlotte. Because one of my good friends lives in Charlotte, and my godson, her son. Her husband is a pastor. Shoot. I just dropped that paper. I'll get it when I get off of here. All right, y'all. I'm ready to get off of here. What was my last? Oh, my last hashtag. Okay. That's right. G-Ho. Absolutely. I'm down there. Me and my friends, we down there well, I'm not going to say, I ain't going to say I've been there every year, but I've been to more homecomings than I have not been to. I'll put it that way since I graduated. And like I said, I ain't even go to A&T. I felt like it sometime though. Y'all new student center though is, oh my God, that new student center is everything. Everything. Do you hear me? It's beautiful. I ain't even mad about it. It is beautiful. Going to get off there. Just made the announcement. All right. Well, I'm glad safe travels, and I will be looking 10 o'clock. I will be there. I'm going to set my phone to remind me now. I'll be in the room at 10 o'clock, boo. I'm glad you made it back safely, and I'll talk to you later. I'm going to get off of here my damn self. I got one last thing I want to bring up to you guys, and then I'm going to get off of here. So here's the thing, y'all. I looked at all 3 episodes of Black Ink Crew Compton. I know y'all want me to review it. And when I say y'all, it may not be the people in this room, but people have asked me to review Black Ink Crew Compton. I don't know if I can. It's so bad. It's so bad. I watched all 3 episodes last night, and I was so uninspired to do a video. I'm going to try, though, y'all. I am. I'm going to give it the good college try. I'm going to give it the good college try. But it just, exactly, little baby, it's nothing there. It is nothing there. That old storyline about the dude with the dreadlocks and his girlfriend that is jealous and think he's sleeping with everybody. The storyline with them having to get the homies' permission to open up the shop, and that whole little fake ass fight scene where supposedly they almost got jumped by the gang, but the cameras were there watching everything. It's just, then of course we got to have the Nipsey Hussle interlude, because unfortunately Nipsey Hussle was killed while this was going on, so they got to do the whole ode to Nipsey Hussle. It's nothing there, y'all. Like, there's really nothing there. And I hate to say it like that, because I'm not even saying I want the drama. Like, I'm not even saying, oh, I want to see people fighting. I want to see people. I'm not even saying that. It's just like the girl that was in the cult, and she's so offended by women being treated badly, but everything out her mouth was about sex. And I'm like, but what? I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna work on it though. I'm gonna try. It's not, Joyce. It's not. You've been looking for the shop. It probably ain't no shop there. I'm gonna say this, y'all, because I really hate to talk down on it. I've watched 3 episodes, and I can tell you that I could probably do a review in probably less than 15 minutes. And that's talking about everything. Yeah, I'm gonna try. So what I think I'm going to do is drop something just to acknowledge that I did, because I told people I was going to try to review it. So I do think I'm going to drop something to acknowledge it. Love and Hip Hop New York. I'm Growing Up Hip Hop New York. It looks like it doesn't start till next week. I went to go try to watch it, and it wasn't in my DVR, so I went to On Demand. But it looks like the first episode doesn't start till next week. But then I saw on YouTube that the whole first episode is on YouTube. So I don't know when it starts. Joyce, you know what? You might like it, boo. Try it. You might like it, Joyce. I don't want to tell you not to watch it. You know what I mean? You might watch it and you might really, really like it. You might really like it. So I just wanted to say that before I got over here. But I'm going to try, y'all. I'm going to go back and I'll see if I can put together something, And I'm getting ready to drop in the next 30 minutes. Remember, those of us that are doing the book club, I don't know if anybody is or isn't, but I didn't want to do it all in the live. I'm going to do a separate video, but I'm going to do like maybe just a 15-minute video. This is called 30 Days of Loving You When Life Isn't Full of Roses and Glitter. So we started on September 1st. So yesterday was day 1. So I'm going to discuss day 1 a little bit. I'm only going to do like maybe a 15-minute video and I'm going to drop it. And then we'll take it from there. Okay. But I want to, for those of you who did support and bought the book, and I told you guys we were going to do Growing Up Hip Hop New York, not Loving Hip Hop New York, Shauna. For those of you, and I know everybody said this wasn't their cup of tea, and that's fine. But we're going to do this for September. And then the book, I already know what book we're doing for the month of October. I'll be dropping that, the name and the author of book 2. I'll be dropping that around the middle of the month. So I'll give everybody enough time to order the book or download the book. This book I know is available on Audible. Not Audible, electronic. So you can download it to your Kindle if you want to, or you can buy the book. So I will be dropping the author's name and the name of the book. I will post the book. Matter of fact, I'll do that. I can do that right now because I got to go into my IG and go respond to Jaded Nerd now. Sorry, Jaded. Love you though, boo. So yeah, I will put this up on my IG right now. And the author is Janai Childress, who went to Bennett with me, and cool people. It's cool people. All right, you guys, everybody enjoy the rest of your holiday. I know we all got to get back to the grind tomorrow. It is 6:00, so I know we all got stuff we got to do, honey, to get ourselves ready. Yeah. Jaded, are you still in the room? Hold on. Let me look I'll tell you what Jaded's IG is. Hold on. Let me find it real quick. Wait a minute, Jaded. I don't see you. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, there's Jaded. He's Jaded Nerd. So on Instagram, he's Jaded Nerd. JADEDNERD. So that's his Instagram. I had a couple of messages on Instagram. Sorry, y'all. I'm not ignoring anybody. Okay. Thank you, guys. I'm about to get off of here, though. Appreciate it much. Love you.